That was all you doing this.
No. Yeah.
I promise. I'm not in training. I don't gotta keep doing all the
He's pacing at his own pace anyway. It ain't the fast pace.
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter.
Terence Crawford joined Shakur Stevenson's camp, offering expert guidance by teaching smart angles, composed defense, and precise counters, helping Shakur outthink Teofimo Lopez and control each round with confidence.
Yeah. Yo. I want you to pull. Good. Good. Stay in your rhythm, champ. Stay in your rhythm. Your rhythm, your time, your fight. Let's go.
You trying hard? Good drive. It's effort.
Shakur Stevenson powers through intense drills, sharpening his speed, timing, and defense for the Teofimo Lopez showdown, while Terence Crawford observes closely, analyzing each move and devising smarter strategies within the camp.
Yeah, that's the second time that happened to you. Yeah. And I ain't even touch your body. Yes.
Shakur Stevenson's coach states that he fears no one, praising Shakur for accepting every challenge and being ready to face anyone in the ring.
That go for everybody. For everybody. That go for everybody. I don't put him at the pound for pound over everybody. Now you figure out whoever you think the best, he the best.
Terence Crawford remains at Shakur Stevenson's side, offering brotherly advice, sharing his experience, guiding strategy, and motivating him with calm, confident leadership.
Know-it-all are the people that don't go very far. You gotta always be a student. You gotta always be able to learn and pick up things from this person, that person.
He's a work of art. The sky is the limit with Shakur. He got the boxing skills and the ability to, do whatever he wants in the ring. And it's going to be very hard to beat Shakur, with the skills that he possesses.
Terence Crawford praises Shakur Stevenson, highlighting his exceptional skills and keen ring intelligence. He notes that while some may call Shakur boring, few truly recognize his talent, strategic mindset, and mastery displayed in every fight.
Kind of thing, like, like it's like, like when you go to cookouts and all your family be sitting there playing spades and like our type culture, I guess.
We whooping their ass in spades.
In Shakur Stevenson's camp, Terence Crawford trains him in a wide range of techniques, emphasizing the importance of learning different skills and strategies from every fighter he faces.
It's some other ways it could go, but a lot of people think it's gonna be, it could possibly be boring. I don't think it's gonna be a boring fight. I think Teo knows he has to step up. I think this is his fight. I think it's Shakur's fight to lose, and what I mean by that is if Shakur doesn't operate, if Shakur is caught sleeping, something bad could happen. It's his fight to lose, but I think it's also Teo's fight to win. And what I mean by that is if Teo performs the way that he can perform, and I know that's like an empty message,
Yeah,
but
we never know.
all that said, like, it could actually be a really great fight. I expect a great fight.
And I hope this fight, I'm gonna let you go last because I respect you. Every time I'm in an argument, we talked about what we talked about for the show. We all disagreement. I said, well, I call Sean Zartel right now and eat your ass up. But I ain't want to do that. But I hope Teo and Shakur starts the year off big and actually builds the sport of boxing for have a great year. I felt like I was let down last year in sport of boxing. I don't know how y'all felt. I just felt like we had a lot of open.
Tim Bradley explains that in boxing, the most direct path isn't always the fastest or most effective. He notes that against an opponent who controls the center line and manages distance well, a straight punch may seem quick but isn't always the best option. Bradley points out that many fighters mistakenly assume the shortest route to a target is automatically the most efficient attack. He highlights the hook as a more strategic choice, showing how it can appear briefly in an opponent's line of sight, disappear, and then strike unexpectedly, sometimes reaching the target faster than a straight punch. Specifically, Bradley identifies the left hook as a potentially dangerous weapon for Shakur Stevenson, emphasizing that hooks can exploit openings, catch opponents off guard, and demonstrate that timing and angle are just as crucial as speed.
Again, sometimes the closest route isn't always the fastest route. You got a guy that likes to stay on the center line, a guy that's a master at controlling range. Okay, so many people fall into the understanding that because the straighter punch can get there, they believe faster, it's the shorter route to the target, that's the best and most effective weapon. No, it's not. It's not. So the one thing about hooks are in frame and then out of frame. In frame, check this out. Check this out. Back in frame. So that moment, that small moment where it's in frame, out of frame, back in frame, it gets to the straight line a lot quicker than straight punches. The punch that I'm worried about for Shakur getting hit with the most from Teo, and he's devastating with this punch, is the left.
Regis Prograis emphasizes Shakur Stevenson's superiority over Teofimo Lopez in both mental approach and technical skill. He acknowledges Lopez's impressive athleticism and raw talent but notes that he can struggle with focus, consistency, and maintaining the right mindset under pressure. Prograis explains that Stevenson's calm composure, strategic thinking, and precise execution in the ring give him a clear advantage, especially in anticipating opponents' moves and adjusting tactics mid-fight. According to Prograis, Lopez's natural ability alone is unlikely to match Stevenson's disciplined approach, which blends tactical intelligence with physical skill. He also highlights that mental toughness often outweighs physical gifts, making Stevenson a more reliable and prepared fighter for this matchup. Ultimately, Prograis portrays Stevenson as the fighter with a clearer game plan, sharper awareness, and greater consistency, underscoring why the mental and technical edge favors him.
And Teo's going to try to hit him, and it's not going to work. And then Shakur might start. The thing about Shakur is a very good, a real good counterpuncher, really sharp, real sharp with the counterpunch. He sneaks those punches in, and that's the ones that hurt the most when he just sneaking them in when you're not supposed to hit him. So I definitely feel like, I feel like Shakur is going to beat him comfortably. Now, not knockout, but comfortable 12 rounds for sure.
Have you sparred Lopez before?
I never sparred Teo, no, never sparred Teo.
Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, that definitely makes sense. Who do you think is going to win that fight?
I got Shakur for sure. Shakur.
Do you think he wins this comfortably, or do you think it'll be a close fight?
I think he wins it comfortably, yeah. I think he wins it comfortably. I think, Shakur, I think the thing is about Teo is very good athletically, but he's weak-minded. You can see in some fights he's struggling. Teo does struggle. Now he does come up for big fights. Lomachenko, he came up. Josh Taylor, he came up. with a lot of fights, man, he struggles, and he does struggle on a whole lot of fights and stuff. Like, I think he looked good. Yeah, he looked good against Barboza, but like I said, for the most part, Teo does struggle, and I think he struggles mentally with a lot of things. But I think with Shakur, I think Shakur's gonna break him. I think maybe the first two or three rounds, it might be a close fight. It might be close. It might be two.
Mollick Scott breaks down the potential clash between Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson, highlighting how each fighter's strengths could shape the fight. Scott notes Lopez's speed and athleticism, explaining that these qualities make him explosive and unpredictable in the ring. Yet, he stresses that raw talent alone isn't enough against a technically skilled and strategically sharp opponent like Stevenson. Scott points out Stevenson's ability to read opponents, control the fight's tempo, and capitalize on openings, which could offset Lopez's physical advantages. He also emphasizes that fight intelligence, timing, and smart decision-making often matter more than pure athleticism. By analyzing the matchup closely, Scott showcases Stevenson's edge and methodical approach, suggesting that Lopez would need more than natural gifts to outmaneuver him. His insights highlight the critical balance between talent and strategy for success in the ring.
That he never seen before. I have Shakur winning. I think Teo, concerning explosiveness, he get it. Rapid speed, he get it. But I think when it comes to the craft and fundamentals, you have to go with Shakur. To me, he's a lot more seasoned. And plus, I just believe Teofimo, he makes mistakes to me you just can't make when you're fighting Shakur.
Like what?
You can't be overcommitting. You can't approach his offense range with your lead hand down, especially since Shakur is a southpaw. Because that means if you're orthodox and you're approaching Shakur with your lead hand down, you're actually closer to his jab hand. And we all know Shakur got one of the best jabs, especially from a southpaw standpoint. But it's going to be a good fight. The card is incredible by itself. You know what I mean? We already know how the card is. We got Keyshawn on it, Jarrell Miller on it, Shushu Carrington. So, it's a great card, but I'm going with Shakur for the win.
Okay, with that being said, then what is Teo got to do to win?
He has to get Shakur up. How would I say this? I don't want to just make it seem like come across as if Shakur is novice, but the times that Shakur is putting himself against the ropes, this is the time that Teofimo is going to have to depend on his explosiveness. He's going to have to depend on his offset lead right hands. He's going to have, but even doing that, everything with Teo comes off his front foot, his explosiveness, his speed, everything. So it's almost like whenever the times he gets Shakur up against the rope, he got to pick his shots well. But
Teddy Atlas steps in to defend both Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez from the criticism they have faced throughout their boxing careers. Atlas argues that public perception often misses the full picture of each fighter's dedication, talent, and achievements. He explains that both men have been misunderstood or unfairly judged at different points, stressing the importance of acknowledging their skill, discipline, and work ethic. Atlas points to Stevenson's ring IQ and composure, along with Lopez's raw athleticism and natural fighting instincts, showing how each brings something unique to the sport. He also notes that outside criticism often ignores the complexities of preparation, mental pressure, and in-ring decision-making. Atlas urges fans and critics to appreciate the full journey of each athlete, rather than judging them by isolated performances or surface-level reputations.
You can't take those shots at these two guys. Definitely can't now. They are stepping up, and they are taking fights that a lot of people are probably surprised they took. Now, a lot of people will say style-wise, Teddy, style-wise, is this going to be a great fight? I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I can see you having a little reservations, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete. I mean, Shakur showed aggression in his last fight against Cepeda, being elusive while being aggressive. Walking them down, fighting on the inside, boxing well, still being able to counter, still being able to control space, but also be able to go into tight quarters and not be afraid to show that he's good on the inside too, that he can make you miss and make you pay outside and inside. Shakur showed that. That was great. And people applaud him. I applaud him. We were sitting there, ringside. I was sitting there actually with your sister, ringside, watching that fight. And it was a terrific performance. Shakur showing that dimension, showing that attitude, showing that competitiveness, showing that dog like people like to show.
Jermaine Ortiz shares a measured and insightful view on the upcoming clash between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez, focusing on Stevenson's evolution as a fighter. Ortiz stresses that Shakur has grown from his past experiences and is unlikely to repeat earlier mistakes. In previous bouts, Stevenson sometimes pressed forward too aggressively without fully controlling distance, creating opportunities for opponents. Ortiz believes this fight will showcase a more disciplined Shakur, one who carefully controls range, timing, and positioning to stay effective while reducing risk.
And that's the main reason. He said he wasn't going to do it. And
Teo's cracking like that?
To 140, which is really, huh?
Is Teo cracking?
No, I don't think. I think he had more of a threat with Zepeda as a puncher and Teofimo. But he's going up a weight class. That's not naturally his weight class as well.
You think that'll play a factor?
No, that would play a factor in him not fighting.
He explains that Shakur Stevenson's ability to read opponents and make adjustments during the fight has grown dramatically, turning him into a smarter and more dangerous competitor. Ortiz highlights that this evolution comes from Shakur's commitment to perfecting his skills, closely studying rivals, and applying lessons gained from both wins and losses. According to Ortiz, this level of maturity helps Stevenson stay calm under pressure, land sharp counters, and avoid reckless exchanges, an approach that could give him a decisive edge over Teofimo Lopez if executed properly.
In and out.
Doing things that Teo don't like.
He got longer arms, you know. I think he'll just keep him at bay. You know, Teo's a tricky fighter too, so not saying that he can't, you know, slip in and catch him with a couple shots. But Shakur, I think he's gonna be defensively sound. He doesn't like getting hit, and I think he's gonna stick to that.
You know, as far as Shakur is concerned and Teo, when you look at the speed, when you look at the timing, who do you feel like has that edge when it comes down to that? It could be separate. It could be somebody got the speed and somebody else got the timing. But when you look at the